Hey, what's up guys and welcome to the final episode of the day. I'm gonna be giving you part 21 of what if Naruto created his own village. Remember to get this 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out what if Naruto was taken by Orochimaru over on Anime King 2, and go ahead and check out the final, yes guys, the final episode of What If Naruto Joined the Akatsuki. So go over there and I hope you guys enjoy. And I also post a new episode of What If Tsunade was Naruto's mother on this channel, so go ahead and enjoy it as well. And thank you all for your support and help. And if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both channels, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2 and join the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support guys. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So, the last time we left off, after getting the information from his spy, Naruto went out to find Sasuke, as Sasuke had his own little group, consist of Suigetsu, Jugo, and Guren. As Naruto arrived, he wanted Sasuke to join the Phoenix village, as Sasuke was hesitant at first, as Sasuke's entire team attacked Naruto, but none of them were a match for him, as he knocked all of them down, but not delivering any fatal injuries or any damaging blows, as he and Sasuke then did a little spar until the masked man appeared, as the masked man has been going around, as he already got Tsunade on his side after seeing how broken she was. He also went to the Hidden Stone and gathered up the remaining ninjas after talking to the new Tsuchikage, which was Kurasuke. He also got all of the prisoners from the Hidden Cloud who survived the attack from Naruto forces, as he spoke to all of them. And right now all of them come together as they want to destroy Naruto village, while Kabuto was working with the masked man. As Kabuto researched and did the Edo Tensei, bringing back a few members, as Kabuto really wanted no part of this, as the masked man told him about the world of the Genjutsu, as Kabuto wanted to be in the infinite Tsukuyomi to live out a good life, and he wanted this world to hurry up and come to an end, so he was going to help out the masked man for the time being. As Naruto was in the forest when he was surprised to what he saw, he quickly sent Sasuke towards his village to go and help Raymond and the others, while at the Hidden Cloud, Moshe and Utakata and Fu were being attacked, and the attacker was Nagato, as he was unresponsive as Kabuto was using him. Meanwhile in the forest, Naruto was surrounded by all members of the Akatsuki and also Jiraiya, as Naruto had a great battle on his hand, realizing that every time he delivered a damaging blow, they would just reanimate. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can search across the place and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Naruto was still surrounded in the forest, as he could simply just teleport out of there, but if he do that, they will take the fighting towards his village. He already sent off 2 clones towards the Hidden Cloud to back them up, and he already sent 2 clones back at his village to back them up as well, and give them enough chakra so they could fight a good fight. Alright, bring it, said Naruto. Immediately, Itachi sped through hand sign, fire style, fireball jutsu. Jiraiya also spew out oil, as the oil and the fire connected and the fire got large as it rushed towards Naruto. Naruto flew straight up into the air. As he went through hand sign, lightning release. Lightning shower, he said, as lightning started raining down from the sky, shocking most of them, but most of them got out of it. Deidara, who was on his bird, flew towards Naruto as the bird opened its mouth, and a smaller bird slammed right into Naruto as it exploded. Sasori then turned his hand into a needle launcher as he fired about 1,000 Senmon needles at the smoke. Kakazu then released the creatures from his back, leaving the Earth One behind, as the rest of them fired their attacks, slamming into the smoke. While Kisame went through hand sign, water style, short bomb jutsu, he said, as everything exploded even more. As all of them waited, no emotion in their eyes, as behind Hidan a portal opened up, as a hand stretched out and grabbed Hidan on top of his head, as slowly Naruto ripped out the soul out of the body and released it as the body dropped down to the ground as it crumbled away. That seemed pretty easy, said Naruto as he walked out of the portal, as he was yet again surrounded. He then felt something as he looked beside him. Itachi flared up his Susanoo and brought down the blade as Naruto raised his hand. Almighty push, he said as he blew back the blade. Thousands of threads break from the ground as they wrapped around Naruto from Kakazu. Naruto's skin immediately turned red as he entered second form of the Biju mode, as all of those threads were burned off of him as Naruto let out a deadly scream as he rushed towards the rest of them. Meanwhile, at the Phoenix village, currently Samui and Yujito were currently faced off against the masked man as he appeared out of nowhere and started fighting the both of them. As they found out a part of his trick, seeing that he cannot touch them if they cannot touch him, so while they're passing through him, he cannot touch them. So both Samui and Yujito were attacking, one from the front and one from the back. But they kept on passing through him, but he could not attack them as they tried their best, but nothing they tried was working. Enough of this nonsense. You're going to be taking either or either, the masked man said, as he then rushed towards Yujito. As he brought out his hand, Samui then swung her sword right through him as he couldn't touch Yujito. But then a swirling vortex appeared in front of him as a rod appeared and stabbed Yujito right in the stomach. As Yujito whisked out in pain as the sword passed right through him that Samui used. He then flipped her and delivered a devastating kick to her face as she was sent flying back as she dropped on the ground. As the masked man placed his hand on Yujito's shoulder as he sucked her away as Samui cried out, "No!" Back at the hidden cloud, we currently have Moshi on the ground as both of Naruto's clones appear and they were currently fighting off against Nagato. With no emotion, the red-haired pain as he was stronger than they thought, but seeing that they don't have the full power of the original, that is why he's so strong to them. Almighty push, the three of them said, as the two clones use it and Nagato used it as well, as the force didn't push back either of them, as both Naruto's and both Nagato turned their hand into the robot path as they charged up a beam and blasted at each other as there was a huge boom. As the two Jinchurikis were on the ground, seeing that Nagato defeated the both of them before the clones of Naruto arrived. Right now the clones of Naruto got up as Nagato picked up himself as he was being reformed, seeing that the both of them with their power kind of overpowered him right there as his hand was being reformed. Out of the smoke, they saw a swirling vortex as the clone quickly got up as the swirling vortex appeared right beside Utakata and Fu that were knocked out by Nagato in their earlier fight. "Nice, I'll be taking these," he said as he placed his hands on them. "No!" the Naruto clone said as he rushed forward, but they were already sucked into a swirling vortex. It was then the coffin came up and sucked away Nagato. Damn it, the clones cursed, as one of them closed their eyes and it was able to transfer all of the information about what happened straight to the leader. Back with Naruto, who just had Jiraiya, Itachi, and Kakazo remaining as he had sucked out the soul out of the rest of them. As he instantly got pissed knowing his friends were taken, no more playing around, as he activated his KCM. 3 KCM arms erupted from him and grabbed 3 of them as they tried to break out of it, as Itachi was about to activate his Susanoo when Naruto said universal pull. As he pulled the 3 of them towards him, he then created 3 more hands from his back as he grabbed their face and beat it down into the ground. He then appeared over 3 of them as he sucked out the soul out of their body as it collapsed and turned into paper and withered away. As Naruto quickly opened a dimension as he appeared at the Phoenix village. As he appeared, Naruto had to dodge a sword coming towards him as he flipped out of the way. A random reanimated ninja as Naruto grabbed his hand and sucked out his life and threw him to the side. As Naruto heard a loud boom as he rushed over there to see the Raikage and Oniki already sealed, but the third Raikage was giving them trouble. As it was hard to seal him, Sasuke activated Susanoo as the man turned his finger to one and break right through Sasuke's Susanoo and shattered it like it was nothing. Sasuke quickly rebuilt a Susanoo arm as he grabbed the man by the waist, but he twisted his body as lightning formed around him as he ripped through the arm. He then came at Sasuke to pierce right through him, but then Naruto arrived as the KCM arms wrapped around the third Raikage. It then threw him straight up into the air as 5 KCM arms came from Naruto back, each of them building a Rasen Shuriken. As they released it, as there was a loud boom in the middle of the air. As his body was floating down to the ground, Naruto flew up and grabbed him as he ripped out the soul from his head as his body collapsed. "It took you long enough," said Sasuke as he brushed off himself. Karin then rushed out as both her and Sasuke's eyes locked for a quick second. But they then turned away as she rushed towards Naruto. Naruto, she said. "What's wrong, Karin? Right now, we have to go and find Utakata and Fu," said Naruto. "And where is Yujito?" said Naruto as he looked around. As Samui appeared as she informed Naruto that Yujito was taken by the masked man, as Naruto slapped his fist into the stone wall beside of him, shattering it to pieces. Damn it, he took the 3 of them. Where could he be? As Karin then spoke, "Naruto, that's not it. Soldiers from all angles they're coming. I can sense them, all of the forces. Some of them from Konoha, some of them from the stone, and also some of them from the cloud that the masked man took away from us." "I know," said Naruto. "It seems like you have gotten allies with all of them. But don't worry, I already planned for that." "What are you talking about?" said Sasuke. As Naruto raised both hands as he opened 2 portals, as ninjas started to roll out in a dozen, as Gaara stepped out from one portal, as Mei Terumi stepped out from the other. "So, everything is up and ready?" Naruto asked. As Gaara and Mei nodded. "You included them into the war?" asked Karin. Gaara was the one to speak. "I see what Naruto is fighting for, and these other villages need to stand down now," said Gaara. As Mei then spoke, "Yeah, and I'm helping him because he's cute," she said. As Naruto chuckled, "Fine by me, as long as you're helping," as he then turned back serious. "We need to go find the others. If he extract the Jinchuriki from them, he will be closer to his goal. And I can't allow that to happen, and I can't allow him to hurt my friends." But where could he be? Naruto wondered. As Naruto got a smart idea. "Is there any reanimation left?" Naruto asked as Raymond appeared. "Yeah, there is 2 ninjas up on the 4th horizon." "I'll be back," Naruto said as he disappeared with incredible speed. As Naruto arrived to see only 1 reanimation left and was about to be sealed away. "Wait," said Naruto as he dashed forward and grabbed the reanimation. As Naruto looked into the reanimation eyes, while Kabuto was controlling the reanimations, he got a shock of fear around him as he saw the Rinnegan peeling into his soul. "How is this even possible?" said Kabuto. As Naruto smiled, "I found you," Naruto said, as he was able to redirect the connection and find Kabuto, as he ripped out the soul out of the reanimation. As Naruto then went off, about 2 minutes later, Naruto and the Sand and the Phoenix and the Mist forces were on the battlefield as they saw the crowd of ninjas against them. As Tsunade, Kurosaki, and a ton of cloud ninjas, but no one was there as they didn't have anyone like a Kage or something like that. Naruto stepped forward in front of the groups as he looked at Tsunade with a tired sigh. "How much time have we been through this?" said Naruto. "You have lost over and over again, but you still keep on pushing it. This time, I will make sure that you go down. If you're going down fighting, that's fine by me, but you will go down today. There won't be a second chance." He then looked over at Kurosaki. "I was coming to talk to you and see if we could find some normal footing or some standing, and try to make peace between our village, seeing that I got rid of that old kook." "Don't dare talk about my grandfather like that." "But he was an old kook," said Naruto. And you go on and push it and join the masked man. It doesn't matter what you say, Naruto, said Tsunade. We will find a way to take you down. You're not invincible. Huh, maybe I'm not. But I don't have time to waste with you today, said Naruto. I have things to do. But when I get back, know that I will end your miserable life. I see it now, Tsunade. You have nothing to live for. The will of fire inside of you is broken. Right now, you're just wishing for death, which I will soon deliver. As Naruto disappeared, Kazekage said Tsunade, you're on his side, and that means you will perish if you come in our way. I can't allow you to destroy Naruto or the Phoenix Village. He's fighting for the good. You people are true monsters, said Gaara. Enough of this, said Kurosaki. Attack! As the ninjas charged forward, as Gaara gave the signal as their ninjas charged forward as well. Meanwhile, Kabuto had left the cave, as he was currently jumping from tree branch to tree branch. Seeing that he didn't have the power to face Naruto, seeing that he never went through that great change and called himself a dragon, Kabuto had to jump off of one of the trees that he was on as a lightning bolt hit it, ripping the tree apart. As Kabuto looked up, as he saw Naruto with the sun behind him, as Naruto was floating in the air, as he looked like a god amongst humans. Naruto descended to the ground. You lonely snake. You're just like Orochimaru, said Naruto, always slithering around. Huh. But I don't have time for you. Tell me where the masked man is, and I'll let you go, said Naruto. Even if I did know where he is and I told you, you will never let me go, Naruto. I am too much a threat. Seeing that I have some reanimations on the low down, you will try to kill me, it doesn't matter what I do. Yeah, you're right, said Naruto. As the ground beneath Kabuto then exploded, as a KCM arm appeared and wrapped around Kabuto, as the claws on the arms got sharp and dig into Kabuto's back as he winced out in pain. As Kabuto looked over and saw the hand, came off of Naruto and went down into the ground. But Naruto didn't even have on the KCM, he was able to use it without even fully activating it over his body. Seeing that Naruto has something far more advanced than that, but he's not ready to show the world yet. The KCM arm then erupted and pulled Kabuto over, as Naruto grabbed him, as Naruto placed his hand on Kabuto's forehead and started to go through all his memory and everything. But it was a failure. Kabuto knew nothing about the masked man identity or where he was. As Naruto raised his hand, Kabuto's soul was ripped out from him, leaving behind the Edo Tensei of Nagato, which the masked man took control of. As Naruto punched the ground in frustration, seeing that there was no way he could find his friends now, as he had to wait, as he knew that the masked man is planning on extracting the tail beasts out of all of them. But once that's over, he will simply use Rene Rebirth and bring them back. Naruto looked down at his hands as he wondered if he can do it again, seeing that he do it on his villagers when they got attacked by Tsunade and the others, and that is the day his hair turned white. But it's not like he felt weak or anything. He felt fully healthy, so he should be able to revive them, as he knows that the masked man will be coming for him soon. But for right now, he has a war to win. As Naruto then teleported, Naruto arrived on the battlefield as he saw the slaughter and the chaos. Most of the ninjas were cut down, bleeding everywhere, people screaming out in pain and agony. As Naruto arrived on a hill, he saw Tsunade and Kurosaki as they were standing back, but at least they were on the battlefield. Naruto then flew over as he landed in front of the both of them. You two are the only Kages remaining that don't have good standards with me. Huh, so you finally decided to show your face, said Tsunade. Are you ready to throw down? She asked. You bastard, said Kurosaki. You killed my grandfather, and for that, I'll make you pay for what you did. Make me pay? Your grandfather was the one who pushed it. He was going to attack my village without even Tsunade or the Raikage knowledge. That's how dumb he is. And the same thing would have happened I would have slaughtered all your ninjas, and I would have killed him. But if he had attacked my village, I would have returned to the stone and wiped it off the face of the earth. So you're lucky that he didn't touch my village. But you, little girl, you should know your place, said Naruto as he let out a powerful burst of chakra. He was then surrounded by about 50 envoys from the stone and from Konoha as they all charged forward. Almighty push, said Naruto as they all were sent flying away. It was then that the Konoha team arrived, which was Shikamaru, Ino, Kakashi and Rock Lee, and Yamato, as they all looked at Naruto. So you people are still here, huh? You know, I gave you the chance before to give up and become a part of my village. Konoha will be no more soon, because when this is over, I'm going back there. And this time, I'm going to turn everything into dust. Nothing is going to leave behind. Nothing, not a building, not a speck of anything. Just pure dust, said Naruto. As immediately, Lee entered the 7th gate as he wasn't playing around. You're going to pay for what you did to Guy Sensei, he said, as he dashed forward. As both him and Naruto engaged in a taijutsu battle, as Naruto realized Lee was almost as fast as Guy in his red mode, but Guy was still much faster. As Naruto was able to keep up and knock down Lee, but Lee was forcing back and giving it everything that he had. As Naruto then felt something warping away his body, as it was Kakashi who was using his Kamui. Naruto raised his hand as he said almighty push, as he sent it from the ground, blowing the debris and the dust, knocking Kakashi out of focus. Woodbines then break from the ground as they try to wrap around Naruto, as Naruto blew them off like they were nothing. As Naruto landed, as a shadow rushed towards him, as Naruto saw it coming, as he flipped up into the air, as he flipped over. You really think those things can hold me, Shikamaru, said Naruto, as he landed. As Lee was on the left, Kakashi was on the right, Shikamaru was behind him, and Yamato was in front of him. As Tsunade then walked up into the fold, along with Kurosaki. Kurosaki went through hand sign as her fist turned into pure rock, as Tsunade activated the diamond on her forehead as it spread around her body, as her hands were glowing and pulsating with chakra, as Naruto activated his KCM2 as it flared around him as a smirk came on his face. Today is the end of Konoha, so let's all watch it fall, shall we? Lee then charged forward without saying a word as he did it for a roundhouse kick. Naruto grabbed his leg and swung him around as he tossed him towards Shikamaru. Shikamaru jumped as he caught Lee. Lee then got back as he pushed off with incredible speed, coming at Naruto again. From the left, Kakashi appeared, the kunai in his hand, trying to stab Naruto. Naruto raised both hands. Almighty push, he said, as everyone around him was sent flying away. Naruto's hand then turned into a machine of the robot path, as he then started to release a beam right at Kurosaki. She brought up her hands as she had the rock protection around it because of her chakra pumping into it. It was far stronger than any rock as she was able to contain Naruto's beam, but it was getting overwhelming as it started to melt. She quickly jumped back as Naruto's beam hit the ground and destroyed it as she flipped away. It was then that Shikamaru sent his shadow possession towards Naruto as Naruto flipped back. The shadow then came from the ground as he started to stab down on Naruto, trying to pierce him from all angles. But Naruto was too fast for that as he flipped out of the way. He then felt something behind him as he turned to see Ino as she fired some kunais with paper bombs on them as they exploded near to Naruto, covering the place in a gust. Naruto burst out of the smoke with his KCM still on as he had to defend himself against Tsunade, who brought down her fist as she tried to make contact with Naruto's face. But Naruto dodged as he used one of his KCM arms to wrap around her midsection as he slammed her into the ground. As she coughed up blood, he then raised her and delivered a powerful kick to the side of her head, sending her crashing. Yamato then speed through hand sign, wood style, wood serpent, he said, as 5 wood serpents was created as they flew towards Naruto at incredible speed. Naruto then speed through hand sign as well. Lightning release. Lightning shower, he said, as he rained down lightning shower on them, ripping the wood style to pieces. Kakashi then dashed towards Naruto with his hand, covered in lightning. Lightning blade, as he came at Naruto's face to slice him. Naruto quickly reacted as he used one of the KCM arms to knock away Kakashi as Kakashi was sent flying. Ino then tried to use her mind technique on Naruto as she was standing in one place. Mind transfer jutsu, she said, as she found herself in a pit of darkness, with Naruto standing there, as he was a giant. What the hell is this, she said. You think you can come into my mind and do anything here? Out there I'm a god, in here I'm something different. As Naruto snapped his finger and the room lit up with pure fire, as Ino felt her arms burning. On the outside she was actually burning, as Ino caught on fire as she screamed out in the mindscape. Shikamaru rushed over to her, but Ino literally caught on fire as she was burning until her skin and everything melted away, as she was dead. No bringing back that. That idiot really think that she could stay in my mind. It was then that Lee arrived beside Naruto with incredible speed, as he was more than pissed off, as he brought down his leg for an ox kick right in Naruto's head, but Naruto vanished in a blur. As Naruto appeared behind him and kicked away Lee's foot, Lee dropped on all fours as Naruto kicked him in the face, sending him flying back. Tsunade came out of the air with the ox kick as Naruto dodged as she destroyed the ground as she started to swing her fist at Naruto. Strong but too slow, said Naruto as he dodged from left to right. As Naruto moved, as he slammed his fist into her stomach, pushing her back. He then stepped on the ground as there was an iron rod as he kicked it towards her. Tsunade turned as she jumped out of the way. Naruto used one of his KCM arms and catch it as he threw it at her again at her blind spot, as it pierced through her midsection. Tsunade grunted, but she grabbed it as she ripped it out and threw it to the ground. That won't stop me, she said, as the cut was being healed. As Naruto looked around at them. Can't you all see it's useless? I am 10 times stronger than all of you, and I'm still messing around. Just because I want that masked guy to appear. And I don't want to waste my energy on you useless people. So why don't you just give up? You're all broken. Konoha is done for. There is nothing you guys can do to bring it back. So just give up, said Naruto. We will never do that, said a voice as Naruto looked up to see Tenten and a bunch of other Konoha ninjas. Move, said Tenten as everyone jumped away, as with the help of a ninja she opened about 10 scrolls in mid-air as the scrolls started raining down kunai shurikens, paper bombs, all sort of weapons, as a giant mullet then dropped down and slammed down into the ground hard. As she didn't stop there, she was raining down paper bomb sword, all kinds of sharp metal, as she then flipped to the side along with the ninjas. I think we got him. I think we got him, said one of the ninjas. Think again, said a voice, as they turned around in pure shock and horror, as they saw Naruto there, leaned against the stone wall. Can you see now, said Naruto. Almighty push! As all of them and their weapons were blown away. Can't you see now? Naruto said as he looked at Tsunade. He then moved at incredible speed as he appeared in front of her. The other ninjas tried to get up, but then they felt a heavy weight drop on them, as Naruto was using pressure force to keep them pinned down on the ground. As he then used his hand as wing chakra appeared around Tsunade as he raised her up into the air. Just give up. Say the words, Tsunade, I give up, and I'll take you out of this misery. That masked man promised you a world of genjutsu and fake. That's how desperate you are. Tell me, you're really desperate, aren't you? Said Naruto. A tear then leaked from Tsunade's eyes. Why shouldn't I be? This is all my fault. I caused this. If I had left you alone and hadn't blamed you for her death, none of this would have happened. So yeah, I am desperate and broken inside. and I don't want to live in this world anymore. I can't be a Hokage for a village that I gave up on, she said. As everyone was stunned when they heard those words, they knew that she was depressed, but to really give up on the village. The village is nothing. It is no more, she said. It doesn't matter what we try to do. None of us can take you down, and you will always be here to ruin the village. We made a mistake the day we banished you, and I am sorry, Naruto. Do what you have to do. But I am tired. You killed my best friend Jiraiya. You killed my student. Even though you didn't deliver the blow, it was your words. Huh. I know that you didn't kill her, but there is a part of me that still blames you. So yeah, I'm tired. That's all I wanted to hear, said Naruto. Naruto, don't! Said Kakashi, as Naruto raised his hand. It's time for you to sleep. The dreamless sleep, he said, as he brought his hand down. But guys, I'm be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And go ahead and check out the new series that I posted over on Anime King 2. What if Naruto was taken by Orochimaru? So go ahead and check out that, and if you enjoy, click that red subscribe button over Anime King 2 and enjoy the rest of the what ifs coming your way. And thank you all for your help and your support, guys. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.